What's up, everybody? We're at AI Infra. We're here at the beautiful Microsoft campus. Super stoked to have Yamen from Nebula, who's innovating the music tech space.
Yep.
So, Spotify, watch out. What exactly are you guys doing here?
Yeah, so Nebula is essentially an investment platform for musicians. So right now, the current industry, it's a bit disgusting because artists are really not able to monetize on their music, and like there's only really the top tier 0.1% of artists who are really making money on like standard distribution channels.
Sure.
You know, so Nebula and with our CEO, whose name is Alessandro from Switzerland, the original vision was like, okay, now that Spotify and these streaming platforms came out and people are consuming music for free, what's better than consuming music for free? Earning money on music, you know?
Yeah.
And that was the initial concept, right? So, you know, uh, so Nebula is essentially a platform where an artist can do a pre-release. They can drop on Nebula uh, and raise a certain amount of funds, selling a certain percentage of their royalties, their future royalties, to the fans.
Yeah.
What we're calling super fans.
Yeah.
And our belief is that with 1,000 like true fans, you should be able to be like monetize and have a career as an
Sure.
artist. So the people who do invest in the artists are making money back over time from the streams. They're
Oh
fractional
my God.
ownership.
You're
Yeah.
getting paid to listen to music and you're supporting your artists. It's
Exactly.
kind of
And you're
brilliant.
getting an exclusive access to music that hasn't been released yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe kind of like NFTs for music, but also like supporting the creator economy.
Exactly, yeah, and it's not just NFTs in the sense of collectibles. You're actually buying a fraction of
Sure.
the revenue of
Yeah.
the royalty streams.
Yeah, it's like the utility element of the NFTs, which
Exactly.
is like the actual value, right?
Yes.
You know, it's so funny, that you mentioned that we about a month ago we were down in LA and we had Wu Tang and NWA
Oh,
at the show,
nice.
and we were talking about like in fact OG Arabian Prince. It's like I never signed anything with Spotify. Like how does this happen?
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know?
yeah.
So it's like you guys. That's a pretty help us understand like the aha moment that your CEO had to kind of figure out this next chapter.
Yeah, the aha moment, like I said, it was he has an economics background and he did film, and he was really seeing how artists were getting kind of screwed over. I mean, the initial idea of Spotify and these platforms was to kind of make music free.
Yeah.
Then they flipped they flipped the script, and then now it has this model where it's even worse than it used to be back when people were buying physical CDs.
Yeah,
And
for like 99 cents a song.
yeah, so we like, and the subscription models haven't solved that.
Yeah.
So what we're trying to do is we're calling it new music economics. We're creating a new way, a new stream of income for
Yeah.
artists, which didn't exist before. So it's not like we're completely disrupting the industry, but we're creating something new for artists that didn't exist
Sure.
before.
You're creating a problem for the existing framework that's been
Exactly.
kind of predatory.
Exactly.
But now you're partnering with really cool companies like Empire.
Exactly. Yeah.
Help us understand how that relationship came about.
Sure. So Empire. So my brother, actually, Fuad, is the head of A&R at Nebula, and he's had a relationship with Ghazi from Empire for a while. They've done music together in the past, and Empire, they've been watching us for a while, and I think when the market shifted and Empire saw that this was actually something that is, potentially game changing, they decided to invest in us and partner with us. And we had some great use cases with them. I don't know if you know Money Man, the artist. He did a drop, sold out within an hour, 25,000 tokens.
Wow.
And most of the fans who actually invested in him reinvested in the second drop, and all of them have recouped already their money. So they've already broke even, and now they're in the profit zone with their investments. So and like clicking play on a song that you own feels way better,
Oh, I
than
can imagine. It's just there's like obviously you get the beautiful stimulation in the ears, but also it just feels good because you're supporting the people that are actually making
exactly.
the
You're
craft.
supporting your favorite artists, you're getting a piece of it, and you're engaging in a way which didn't exist before. So
There's got to be so many different ways for artists to monetize, or for your team in Nebula to introduce like you made like this section, and then you've got all of a sudden it's like a marketplace.
it's a marketplace. That's the
Yeah.
idea long term. Right now, we're kind of curating the drops, but long term, that's the idea. It's a marketplace, and there are different ways for artists to monetize. And then long term, it's not just limited to artists. It could be anything that kind of works on streaming, on this streaming model.
Sure.
Essentially, it could be YouTube, it could be other things, but for now, it's our core is music, and that's kind of where we want to focus on for the next extended periods.
Yeah, I mean that's such a brilliant idea because like when you focus, you can accomplish product market fit, right? And then by showing that you've got the right data, like it's just like the PayPal guys.
Exactly.
When they first started, they went to the power users of eBay, and I think it was like 50, 60,000 customers, give or
Yeah.
take. And then they ended up getting 80% of the market within a couple months,
Exactly.
and all because they were able to focus.
Exactly.
So, it feels like there's a neat opportunity for you guys to continue to grow as the product develops too.
Absolutely, yeah.
So,
So we really want to be part of the culture and, part of this movement. So we're excited. We've already had like successful use cases and, things are looking good. So
beautiful. Are you guys raising around? What's a
yeah,
good website? Can you spell your name for the folks so they
absolutely.
can follow you on LinkedIn? And
Sure, yeah. My name's Yamen Huwati, Yamen, last name Hawit. Our website is Nebula, nebu.la. So nebu.la. You can also follow us on Instagram, Nebula app. And yeah, stay up to date with what we're doing. So, and to answer your other question, we are in a seed round right now.
okay,
And we're in the process of closing that soon.
beautiful,
So that's looking good.
nice.
Um,
It's
and yeah,
probably
we're
unique
excited.
ways for you guys to inject capital into the company outside of the traditional modalities of venture too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, there are different ways. Right now, we're trying to focus on building that marketplace
Yeah.
for artists. We're not taking revenue, or royalties
Good.
from the artists that are doing the
Because
drops.
that's like the whole that's the point that you're fixing, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're really trying to democratize
Yeah,
music
that's a
ownership.
good point.
Yeah.
There's alignment within your guys' mission. I heard a good quote recently. It's
Yeah.
confidence comes from giving the world irrefutable proof that you are who you say you are.
Love that.
Yeah, because it's like when you say something and then you follow through, that to me is like alignment. It means like you're kind of you're walking the talk.
Exactly. Yeah.
Right.
That's our vision, and and we're sticking with it. That's our company culture.
Beautiful.
Integrity, being bold, and we're here.
How big is the team? Do you play any music as
I
well?
do actually. I produce music, but
Okay.
it's more as a hobby.
Sure,
but
sure,
but I
sure.
love music. I've always loved music.
Me
So
too, man. My parents
yeah.
are hippies,
Oh really?
so I grew up going to Grateful Dead shows
Oh
when I
hell
was a
yeah!
little kid.
I love
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Yeah, nice. Do you play music as well?
I play a little piano and a little guitar. I'm a southpaw, so I play a right-hand guitar upside down.
Love that.
I know I'm a weirdo,
Yeah.
but I have
Yeah.
fun. I
Yeah.
have fun for sure.
It's interesting because I feel like everybody understands music intuitively.
Yeah.
And they can kind of tell what good music is versus not good music. But until now we haven't really had this model where you could actually invest in music same way you could invest in a business. You could invest in an artist, and like see their success and earn off their success. So I think
It always feels so obvious in retrospect.
Yeah.
It's like, well, of course we should have been taking care of the creators. Like,
Yeah.
if we take advantage of them, then we don't get the thing that makes life so sweet.
Exactly. And nowadays it's so much easier for creators to actually create
Yeah.
with the tech we have. Like if you have a laptop, you can produce a song and release it.
Yeah.
But it's so much harder than ever before to earn money or to do marketing for your music because there's so much noise out there.
Sure.
So we're trying to help on those two things, starting with the funding.
I wonder if the quality of music will have to improve because there's more and more of it out there.
It is, and we're hoping with Nebula, the idea is that we want to help elevate music that's investable, music that does have that is high quality
That's a
music.
great tagline.
You know what I mean?
Music that's investable.
Yeah, and artists that are investable, and every artist that is talented is potentially investable. But what we've perfected is the unit economics.
Sure.
So we've figured out a way to price it, price the tokens, where the fans, the collectors, we're calling them, are actually recouping their money within 6 months.
Wow. And how much are the artists making? It sounds like they can actually create a living off of this.
They could. I mean, this is like an additional stream of income for
Sure.
the artists.
Yeah.
So it depends on how much they want to sell in terms of the percentage of their
That's
music.
true. Because they have to actually put the music out in order to be able to get paid for it.
Exactly. Yeah. So
Okay.
it depends on where the artist is in their career.
Yeah.
How many monthly listeners they have. So the pricing kind of depends on that. So we're doing very fair pricing. The majority goes to the artist.
Yeah.
We take some small transaction fees,
Sure.
and then
Just to run it. Yeah.
yeah, and then yeah.
So what's so cool? It's like, you know, just to kind of give you like a little peek inside like the content creation space for podcasts.
Yeah.
It's a neat way to tap into new channel. Like for example, like even here we could be like, hey Nebula, we just did a great piece with Yamen. Please share on your socials, and all of a sudden we get to grow there's probably other unique channels of growth and distribution within the
Yes.
platform you're building to help growth and visibility as well.
100%. Yeah.
Nice, man. Fantastic.
Awesome.
Well, Yamen, you're the man. I
You're
really
the man.
appreciate it. Dude, this is really fun. I mean, do you want to share a website again, real
Yeah, yeah.
quickly?
It's nebu.la. So www.nebu.la. Nebula.
Yeah.
You know, check it out.
Taylor Swift, if you're listening, this is way better than Spotify. Neil Young, all the artists that hate Spotify, check these guys out.
Come to Nebula.
Beautiful.
We got you.
All right, cheers, brother. Thank you.
Thank you, brother.
Cool.
Take care.
Right on.